We can control the 3D, and I can prove it to you. Everything we see and touch, including our own bodies, is made up of matter. But what is matter really? It breaks down into molecules, which, in turn, are composed of atoms, with a nucleus of protons and neutrons surrounded by electrons orbiting in an apparently empty space. This space is dynamic. Protons are mostly empty space in constant motion. In other words, what we perceive as solid is actually energy vibrating at a frequency that our senses interpret as tangible. When we touch something, we are really touching emptiness with emptiness. These are atoms vibrating and interacting with each other, creating the illusion of solidity. Our life experiences, from our memories with loved ones to simply watching a movie, are just subjective interpretations. Two people can see the same thing and have opposite reactions because our perceptions are shaped by our past experiences and learned beliefs. Happiness and suffering, good and bad, are constructs of our minds. One team wins and celebrates, the other loses and feels sad, but the event is the same. Young, innocent children play without worrying about winning or losing. They simply enjoy the moment. As we grow, we learn to label and assign value to our experiences. That is, it is our personal interpretation that defines our emotions and expectations. Going deeper, we observe how positive and grateful people tend to attract positive experiences, while those with negative attitudes seem to attract more adversities. This shows that our inner attitude projects outward. Regarding health, science supports the power of thoughts to influence our health and well-being. Our thoughts can heal us or make us sick, from a simple cold to chronic illnesses. I know stories of people who have regained their health, defying medical expectations, solely with the power of their minds. It is very likely that you know people like this too. This raises profound questions. Is it possible that what we perceive as reality is actually a simulation? And if so, would this be something negative? Can we influence this simulation? Let's see what answers we can find. Is it possible that what we perceive as reality is a simulation? While science does not offer a definitive answer, I am personally convinced that our reality is a projection of our subconscious beliefs. Would this be something negative? I do not see it as something negative. On the contrary, it gives us the power to take responsibility for what we experience and the power to change it, thus creating the reality we truly want to live in. Can we influence this simulation? Yes, because what we see and experience is directly influenced by our deeply rooted thoughts and beliefs. We only see preconceived concepts. Consider this. If inside, in my subconscious, I see myself as overweight, I will tend to adopt habits that reinforce that image. If I feel that I live in scarcity, it is because I subconsciously believe that abundance is not for me. If I cannot find a partner, it may be because my self-image does not feel worthy of the love I desire. In contrast, those who, for instance, live in wealth and good health have aligned their personal concept with the vibration of abundance. What we see reflected in our lives is not necessarily what we desire or deserve, but what resonates with our subconscious self-concept. By recognizing these internal thoughts, we can take conscious steps to change what we want to transform in our lives. Our power to influence reality goes beyond physical perception. Authors like Neville Goddard teach us that our thoughts are creative and can actively shape our lives. According to Goddard, imagination is the supreme creative force that can materialize our deepest desires. By clearly visualizing our goals and feeling them as present realities, we are planting seeds in the fertile garden of universal consciousness. Dr. Joe Dispenza, on the other hand, explores the mind-body connection from a scientific perspective. His research shows how neuroplasticity and meditation can reprogram the brain, transforming our experiences and healing our bodies. Dispenza reminds us that we are capable of changing our internal state and, therefore, our external reality. Albert Einstein, with his theory of relativity, showed us that time and space are not constants, but are interrelated and can be curved by matter and energy. This idea challenges our linear perception of time and the material world. suggesting that reality is much more fluid and malleable than we think. The Bible also offers deep perspectives on the nature of reality and our role as co-creators with God. In Isaiah 55:11 we are told, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but it will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." This verse underscores the power of our words and thoughts to manifest outcomes in the world. With all this in mind, let us return to the question, can we consciously influence this simulation we call reality? The answer lies in recognizing our creative power, understanding our deeply rooted beliefs, and learning to align our thoughts with our highest desires. When we combine ancient wisdom with modern scientific discoveries, we realize that we are active co-creators in the universe and thus control our reality. To sum up, our reality is a projection of our deepest thoughts and ingrained beliefs. By recognizing this creative power within us, we can learn to consciously influence our daily experience. We are the architects of our own reality, capable of shaping our destiny with every thought and emotion we choose to cultivate. What life do you want to start creating today? Thank you for watching. Until next time, and remember, mind yourself.